It's Monday evening, about 6 o'clock. It's been another glorious day, and I'm sat just outside the observatory compound near the schoolhouse, and I've got a male stone chap just up above me here in the gorse. He keeps coming really close, and they've probably got a nest somewhere in this gorse here. But the reason I'm sat here now is we're looking for a bird that I've just heard singing in the bushes here. A very tantalisingly brief snippet of song for about 15 seconds of a bird which I think is going to be a subalpine warbler. Now, subalpine warblers should be down in the Mediterranean, but Bardsey is by far the best place in Wales to see subalpine warbler. They're just about annual. We didn't actually have one last spring, which was very unusual, but the year before I think we had one, maybe two, and some years we've had up to four, so it's something we expect to see really at this time of year. But they're beautiful little birds, and I'm just hoping that this thing reappears. George and Sam heard something calling, not singing, calling, that could have been it. But yeah, it was just so brief, and I'm just really hoping that it does reappear. There's quite a few willow warblers flicking around in the bushes. I'm going to keep lifting my binoculars and looking at things just in case I do see the subalpine warbler. We've got at least 5 spotted flycatchers new in the garden today. I've just been sat up on our little migration bench, seen 5 spotted flies, 2 sedge warblers, 3 blackcaps, 6 willow warblers. Then there's this pair of stone chats here. There's a couple of chaffinches, blackbirds singing, swallows flying over, and it's just absolutely glorious. There's a few clouds in the sky, but lots of big blue sky again. So I've just come up from behind the schoolhouse to sit up on the migration bench above the obs, and still no sign yet of this subalpine warbler. So whether or not it's just moved straight through, I don't know, or it's a little bit late for things to be moving around really too much in the garden. So we will hope it stays overnight, and we might catch it tomorrow morning, or hopefully it will reappear and we'll see it. But whilst we're looking for this potential subalpine, George has just found an orange tip butterfly in the back garden of the observatory. Now it's moved out of the garden and come up onto the side of the mountain here beside the well, but to give you some idea of how good that is for Bardsey, I've been here now, this is my 23rd spring on Bardsey, and I've seen 4 orange tip butterflies. So I'm really made up with seeing that. It's for me far better than seeing a subalpine warbler. Subalps are fairly frequent on here. I've probably seen 20 in the time I've been here, but this orange tip is pretty special. It's an absolutely lovely little butterfly. So if you don't know what they're like, they're just like a small white butterfly, but it looks like someone's got them and dipped their front wings into a pot of orange paint, and they've got the most vivid orange tips to their forewings. So if I can't get any film of it, I'll splice a little bit of video in of orange tip that I steal from Google, or maybe a photograph that I've got from somewhere else. So stone chats are still down there. We've still got willow warblers singing, and spotted flycatchers all seem to have disappeared. So when I first came out there were at least 5, and don't seem to be any now, but the island is still looking as lovely as ever. And I'll just show you around again, and again the gorse is looking brilliant. I know I do keep going on about it, but we don't see it looking this yellow very often. There was very little gorse flower last year, so it's lovely to see it so rich and vivid this year. So I've come down off the side of the hill from the migration bench, and there's no further sign of the potential subalpine warbler. Unfortunately it seems to have stopped singing, stopped calling, and hopefully it's still here. George might catch it in one of the mist nets, or it might still be around tomorrow morning and be a bit more fertile. But these things happen. So we've got a couple of great tits in the garden up here. There's a pair of great tits nesting around the observatory, and they are sort of leftovers from the arrival of titmice we had in early to mid-April, which was quite unusual for spring to get arrivals of blue tits and great tits, and coal tits as well. But I've just stopped by these rosemary bushes here because they're absolutely full of bumblebees, and let's see if we can get a bit closer to show you some of them. Be careful, I don't want to upset them. So these rosemary bushes were planted by Fiona Bittle about 4 years ago, I think it was. She built this small wall to stop people slipping on the slopey bit of grass here, and planted about 15 or 20 rosemary bushes, or rosemary twigs they were, and about 3 or 4 of them have taken really well. We actually dug one up and transplanted it to Owlwood Cottage in Norfolk, and that one is absolutely huge now, about the same size as this, and we're able to use this rosemary for cooking, but the bees are absolutely loving it. And then we've got this Cotoneaster bush here as well, and again there's just loads and loads of bees on the Cotoneaster. We've got a lackey moth caterpillar here. I can focus on that. So that's going to turn into a lackey moth. Absolutely wonderful things. So yeah, it's been another brilliant day. We're just about to get another fantastic sunset. And if we do catch the subalpine warbler, we'll do another little bit of video and add it on to the end. But it's getting a little bit late in the day now, so hope everyone's safe and well, and we hope you're enjoying these videos. Remember to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel, and you get to hear about news on Bardsey on a regular basis. Right, take care guys, bye.